Hello guys, today we will be discussing on the topic our environment. So whenever as the topic suggests, first of all we need to understand what is environment. As we can see, environment can be defined as a sum of total of all living and non-living elements and their effects that influence human life. बेसिकली environment जो है वो interaction है living और non-living elements का. For example, living elements are human being, plants, animals, etc. On the other hand, non-living elements are sunlight, uh, water, water, trees, soil, etc. On moving forward, we will see what is ecosystem and its component. At first, let us understand what is ecosystem. Ecosystem can be defined as the interaction of living and non-living elements to maintain a balance in nature. That is said to be an ecosystem. And an ecosystem basically consists of biotic and biotic components like living organisms and abiotic components which comprises of physical factors like temperature, rainfall, wind, soil, mineral. So basically जो इकोसिस्टम है वो एक्चुअली कहलाता है लिविंग और नॉन लिविंग के इंटरैक्शन जो होता है और उससे जो और वो इंटरैक्शन जो है एक नेचुरल बैलेंस को एम्ब्रेस करता है. वेरेज और उसी जगह पर इकोसिस्टम में जो होते हैं दो तरीके के कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं, एक बायोटिक और एबायोटिक कंपोनेंट्स. जो बायोटिक होते हैं वो इंक्लूड करते हैं लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स को और एबायोटिक कंपोनेंट्स जो होते हैं वो इंक्लूड करते हैं फिजिकल फैक्टर्स को जैसे टेम्परेचर, रेनफॉल, विंड, सॉइल और मिनरल्स. और मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, as we all know that living organisms need energy to do daily work, and for that energy they need some kind of a fuel. For human beings, the fuel that fuel is food which we get from plants and different animals too. I basically the ecosystem is divided into two parts. The first one is consumers and the second one is producers. So producers are the organisms which can produce their own food. जैसे कि प्लांट्स जो होते हैं वो सनरे से अपना खाना खुद बनाते हैं और उस प्रोसेस को फोटोसिंथेसिस कहा जाता है. वेयर इज ऑन द अदर हैंड जो कंज्यूमर्स होते हैं वो प्लांट्स पे डिपेंडेंट रहते हैं अपने खाने के लिए. दैट इज व्हाई दे आर नोन एज कंज्यूमर्स. Now, the consumers are further divided into four parts. Those are herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. On moving forward, we will see what is a food chain and web. So basically, food chain consists of various organisms which are taking part at various biotic levels to form a food chain, and each step or level of the food chain forms a trophic level. So basically, to understand for the better understanding of this food chain, we can take an example. Suppose there are basically four levels. At the bottom level we are having the producers, which are also known as autotrophs. This first level is fixed. The autotrophs will always come on the initial level of this chain because they are producers, as they can produce their own food, and other organisms which will be further coming on next levels are dependent on this producer. On moving forward, the second step, suppose the second level, on the second level there is an insect which is dependent on this plant for its survival. Now on the third step there is a snake which eats this insect for its survival. Now on the fourth level there is an eagle which eats the snake for its survival. That is how a food chain is formed. At the bottom level there is the producer, which is a plant, On the second level, there is an insect which is dependent on plant. On the third step, there is a snake which is dependent on the insect, and on the fourth stage, there is an eagle which is dependent on the snake for its survival. This is how a food chain is formed. Now, moving forward, we will talk about management of forest. As we all know, forests are one of the basic, as we can say, forests are the one of the most like we get everything from forest. For example, like if for we are dependent on forest for food, for fuel, for energy, for everything. That is why forests are one of the most significant source of natural resources. Now, moving forward, we'll see that how how plants in the forest make their food, and we will also see that in a food chain or in a different tropic levels, how energy is transmitted from one stage to another stage. Like as we can see, the plants in terrestrial ecosystem captures about 1% of the energy of sunlight. जो plants होते हैं उनकी जो लीव्स पे जो सनलाइट पड़ती है वो सिर्फ उनका 1% कैप्चर करते हैं अपने for converting it into food energies. On moving forward, when these green plants are eaten by primary consumers, a great deal of energy is lost as heat to the environment. जब यही प्लांट्स दूसरे कंज्यूमर्स के द्वारा खाए जाते हैं तो उस प्रोसेस में हीट के फॉर्म में काफी सारी एनर्जी एनवायरनमेंट में रिलीज हो जाती है. सो दिस टेल्स दैट कि at going at each level, as we go on each level, the energy level will decrease by some percent. So on an average, it has been taken that if for example on first level the energy is 100 joules, then only the 10% of that energy will be available on next level. Now on moving forward, we will learn about ozone layer and its depletion. So basically, ozone layer is made up of oxygen of three oxygen molecules, and the formula for that is O3. The ozone. What is the main function of ozone? Ozone basically protects us from the UV rays, harmful UV rays which comes from sun, because these UV rays can affect our skin, and it can cause skin cancer in humans. Now, what do we mean by the depletion of this now what do we mean by depletion of the ozone layer? Basically, depletion of ozone layer is the that we nowadays there are some holes which are found in ozone layer due to some certain chemicals or gases which are being released in our environment. Those gases are chlorofluorocarbons, which are used in our refrigerators and extinguishers, fire extinguishers. So, by a program in the which was launched in 1987, the United Nations Environment Program, which said that it is mandatory for all the manufacturing companies to make CFC-free refrigerators throughout the world, so that ozone layer can be protected. On moving forward, we'll talk about management of garbage we produce. In our daily life, as industrialization is growing, we are producing more and more garbage, or we can say we are producing more and more waste products, which are somewhat in which in that sense there are two types of substances, or we can say there are two types of garbage. The first one is biodegradable and the second one is non-biodegradable. The biodegradable garbage can be broke down into simple carbon substances and can be mixed in the soil, but the non-biodegradable substances like polythene and polybags cannot be degraded, due to which it increases the pollution on earth. So on moving forward, now The main reason, the enzymes which are responsible for this biodegradable substances, the degradation of these substances, are there are many kinds of enzymes which are responsible for this degradation. Same enzyme, some enzymes which are also present, for example, like in our stomach, to digest our food, there are different enzymes as they break our food, and due to that breakdown the energy is released. Now on moving forward, we will see on moving forward we will see we will understand ki how our environment is getting affected by industrial waste which has been releasing at a higher rate. For example, as we can see, improvement in our lifestyle have resulted in greater amount of waste material generation. Change in attitude also have a role to play. So for basically, if we really want to decrease pollution, or we really want to improve uh, our surroundings, so we really need to change our attitude. For example, instead of using poly bags, we should use paper bags. And at last, I would like to say that changing in packaging have also result in much for waste becoming non biodegradable.